Hey friends, so I've got something super exciting to share with you. I stumbled upon this awesome men's salon in LA called Unison, created by Melanie and Ryan. I've often struggled to find the right place for a haircut, but this place is a game changer. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video and discover why I believe Unison is the best men's salon in LA.
Hey Ryan, how you doing?
Good. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. How you been?
Right. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm
Nice.
good.
Unison all started long ago when I met my wife. You know, just the idea of it and stuff was born out of us both wanting to build something together. We definitely wanted to create a place that didn't feel overwhelming when you walk in, but feels much more relaxing and is a place where you can kind of recuperate and get away from all the frenetic energy from the outside world. Yeah, so the design was really inspired by a couple different brands that we're really fond of. Aesop being definitely one of the top ones. I feel like they do a great job creating an experience, and I feel like when Mel and I, my wife, we created Unison, we really wanted Unison to represent our story and our travels and our values and overall just our taste of design. And so when we were designing our menu for the shop, we also didn't want that to be overwhelming where you have so many different add-ons and you're not sure what to choose. So we've kind of taken care of that for you. And we pretty much offer just a haircut, a beard trim, and a shave. And we do all of those to the best of our ability and just make it an experience for each person to enjoy.
Yeah.
What do you have in mind for today?
I think, a little bit shorter on the sides and kind of just trust your judgment.
Okay.
What do you think that we should do? Any suggestions?
Yeah, I think that a little bit of contrast would look nice. Maybe like kind of softly fade in the sides, no hard lines, keeping it still like really nice and natural looking.
Okay.
Definitely like adding some nice texture up to the top so it kind of has a nice lived in look and doesn't look too freshly cut.
What are you thinking about the sideburns?
Sideburns, I think we should like softly fade it out. Again, because we're not doing any hard lines around the haircut, I like to stray away from doing any kind of like cookie cutter templates on the sideburns and kind of give it a nice like soft gradient so you can't really tell where it starts or where it ends. And then we can clean up around the edges and all that so that it looks nice and tight.
Cool.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sweet. Let's start with a wash. Come on back.
Sure, it's really nice.
Thank you.
It's got a recliner. Are you kidding me?
How does it feel?
Feels good.
Nice.
And you said this was a mister?
Yeah, so this is called a spa mist. Pretty much it vibrates at such a high frequency that it allows the conditioners and the shampoos and cleansers to penetrate your scalp and your hair a lot deeper. So you get a much deeper cleanse and a more moisturizing hydration to your hair. This is a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying shampoos are really good for just really deep cleanse to really reset your scalp and your hair. Removes all like the buildup from previously used products, sweat, excess oils, and all of that.
It's such a different sensation.
Right?
Yeah, you don't really expect like someone just misting the back of your head.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like so much deeper of a cleanse. You're gonna feel fully reset at the end of it all.
The shampoo is also really nice.
Smells good, right?
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah, all the brands that we like to use here are really like ingredient conscious, organic. They actually are all sourced from Parma, Italy. Forward, lean forward, and we'll head back over to our chair.
Feels like it's just been baptized. Like a newborn.
Baptized by the spa mist.
Feels amazing. So typically, how are you usually like cutting the top? I always feel like the top is what I always get super nervous with when I go to like a new shop or try find a new barber when I'm like moving around or going to a different city.
Yeah, totally. So for me, like just a big thing with haircutting in general is the shape of everything. So what I like to do is kind of like see where your hair lives in its natural state, which is why I blow dried it into the style that you're gonna like wear it in. And I can see like your natural growth patterns, like how your hair lays, any kind of cowlicks or anything like that.
Yeah.
And what I'll usually do is kind of like lift the hair off the scalp and kind of trim away like that so that it almost like shrinks it down a little bit and immediately falls into place, and I can see like where it's gonna live after the haircut's all finished. I feel like with Asian hair, it's so straight, and like little inconsistencies can like really stand out a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like super important to get the shape right. Make sure that everything looks nice and smooth and really gradual, so it doesn't look like a high contrast or anything.
Yeah, the high contrast is what gets me. I don't like that. So
You don't want to look like you're getting inducted into the military.
exactly. And I've been to, I think when I go to like places that is like barbershops, where they're like more advertisement on like the strong fades and very like strong lines, that's where I notice the most drastic contrast.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll steer away from that direction for sure.
If I went to another place, if like in Chicago or somewhere, how do you ask for certain things? Like, what's the best approach for that?
Yeah, it's really difficult because I feel like every hairstylist's understanding of like terminology and stuff is so different.
Yeah.
So what you might call a taper or a fade to one barber, it might mean something totally different to someone else. So the best thing that you can do is take pictures, either whether it's your haircut or like a Pinterest haircut or something, whatever like you see. That way you can really like give them a visual explanation of what you like about that haircut and which areas you would like to change. And they'll be able to understand whether like that haircut can really translate over to like your hair type, hairstyle, and that just kind of starts up the conversation, and you can go into detail about what's important and what you don't like versus what you do like.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you keep your eyes closed, and we're gonna spray a flower foam mist to keep your skin nice and rehydrated.
Wow.
Nice, right?
Very nice.
So the flower fall is like a rose water mixed with some essential vitamins and minerals for your skin and for your hair. Let's go and style you up. It's hard to come out of it, huh?
Yeah.
That means job well done.
Oh wow, so good.
Usually I like to start by styling with like a pre-styler. So like a leave-in conditioner, a hair milk, or a hair oil.
Okay.
For your hair, because you have pretty thick hair, I'm gonna go with Davines' oil. This is gonna give your hair kind of some of those natural oils and stuff. And so it's gonna protect your hair from the heat of the blow dryer, along with keeping it nice and soft and nourished. So I'll do 6 pumps of this. Mix it in just so it's like fully covers your hands, and just try and spread it out as like even as possible. And then once we blow dry your hair with this in it, it's just gonna feel super soft, eliminate the static, kind of keep your hair feeling more nourished and less dry.
So far we did lotion.
That was in the beginning, yeah, but we washed all that out.
And then we did, now this is the oil.
Right, oil. And so for your hair, I'm gonna use medium airflow just to push your hair around a good amount, but not too much. And then a medium heat so that your hair volumizes and really gets like a nice like natural fluff to it. I typically like to lean away from brushes for the most part when styling, just because I want your hair to sit in its natural position. Brushes typically flatten the hair out a lot of times, or really manipulate like the hair pattern. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of lightly lift your hair and shake it side to side with the air, so that it has like a nice natural volumization. And might be making up words there. But yeah, it'll give your hair like some nice volume and just kind of show off that texture that we cut into the top. One other trick you can do is hit your hair with cold air at the end. It's pretty much gonna like seal your hair, eliminate some of like the static and heat, and kind of just keep your hair holding in that place. You mentioned earlier that you like a matte paste, so I'm gonna use the Sun Wax from Church Barbers.
Okay.
It's made by a husband and wife in San Francisco, who own a really great barber shop over there. Put about that much in your hand, and with clays and kind of more like matte pomades, typically want to work it into your hand until it completely disappears, where you get no chunks, but you'll still feel that tackiness. One thing that you definitely don't want to do is just put all that product in the front of your hair.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is kind of like, you know, pick a spot, work a little bit in, pick another spot, and really like try and diversify the product all around the hair. and then go through and kind of like work it in a little bit more, just so that you get maximum coverage, getting it into like the bottom of the root of the hair and everything, so that your hair like lasts throughout the day and it doesn't just sit on the top part. It's nice. It's got like a strong like hold, but it doesn't harden up. So like throughout the day, you can really like reshape your hair if you want, and it has like a nice natural matte finish. You can even take little pieces and twist it up if you like, just to give it like a nice kind of like natural textured look.
Nice.
How's this looking?
Woo!
Looking good?
Looking good.
Nice. So we're just gonna shave up the neck and the sides for you.
Okay.
And then you are all set, my friend. So this is hot lather. It's like a nice like warm shaving cream, just to create a protective surface between the razor and your skin. Back of the necks are typically pretty sensitive, so it's always good to use something like this when shaving the neck. Make sure there's no loose hair. And I'll grab the mirror so you can check out the sides and back. And you can take her out for a test spin.
Sheesh.
Looking good?
Oh my God, yeah.
Nice. So you see how we kind of just created like a nice soft contrast where there's no hard lines.
Yeah.
Everything looks nice
Holy
and natural.
hell.
And then lots of good texture up top.
Wow.
Looking good? Nice.
Oh man, this is so good.
Dude, thanks for coming through, man.
What?
Nice hanging with you.
All right. Well, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Beautiful
My pleasure.
place.
Thanks for coming through.
Smells great. The whole experience was amazing.
Man, you're always welcome.
You gotta check out the shop, Unison on La Brea.
Come through.
What's the other cross street? La Brea.
La Brea and Wilshire.
La Brea and Wilshire.
Yep. Right next door to Republique, so grab some pastries while you're over here.
Also really, really good. Open Tuesday through Sunday. And yeah, it's just an amazing experience. I definitely highly recommend it if you live in the Los Angeles area. Even if you are out of town, come and experience this, because I've never experienced something like this ever. So highly, highly recommend. So check them out, and we will see you all on the next one.
Nice.
Bye bye, friends. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.
He's like, bye bye, Jarvis. Dude. You're alive. All right.
Damn. Alright. How long is the camera on my face? There's definitely one point I'm like, damn, that's like hella nice. I'm like, alright, what the fuck?